boy, it's a slow news week. So we're just going to talk through the news this week. We don't have a lot to talk about here. We're not even going to do an also this week because it's kind of all also this week. Not a huge amount to go into, but we will dig in as best we can. To give you an idea, the top news story that I could find is that there's more details about the upcoming Blackrock Shooter anime. What can I say? So that is coming up. Blackrock.
Well, if you're a big fan of Blackrock Shooter, that's awesome news.
Of course, yes.
I don't think I've seen any of it, so I don't really know.
Yeah. So Blackrock Shooter, and I actually have a YouTube video about this. This is completely wrong. As it turns out, I got it completely incorrect in the YouTube video. It was an illustration originally of this character named Blackrock Shooter, posted on Pixiv back in 2007. And then there was a Hatsune Miku song called Blackrock Shooter, inspired by that piece of art, done by Supercell, which was hugely successful. Like one of the biggest Hatsune Miku songs out there.
Wow.
Then that spawned an OVA in 2010, 2012 a TV anime, and then spin-off manga and games and figures of the character. And so there's this Hatsune Miku sort of strong connection to it, but it's not like originally a Hatsune Miku thing. So this is an adaptation of Blackrock Shooter. Blackrock Shooter Dawnfall, excuse me. And what's interesting is that it is being directed by Tensho. The eponymous name, also known as Motoki Tanaka, excuse me, who's done a lot of anime, staff in tons of things, Azumanga Daioh, Key Animation, Key Animator, and Little Busters, Ninja Nonsense, Shaman King, Tears of
The
Tiara,
current
Shredder's
Shaman
4.
King, or the
I believe the old Shaman King, because he also did ROD the TV.
Oh. Wow.
Shaman King TV, that looks like... yeah, I think it's the original one.
Okay.
Yep, it is. And then director on... let's see here. Rewrite... Grisala... a little show called Azure Lane.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, and a bunch of other stuff. And so he's directing it at Biburi Animation Studios, which is his own studio. The writer of Psycho Pass and Magical Girl Spec Ops Asuka is writing and overseeing the scripts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
That's getting interesting.
In collaboration with another writer on the writer on Psycho Pass Enters to the System and Psycho Pass 3. As I understand, Psycho Pass 2 is one that everyone hates. But I'm not sure. And they're also getting one of the designers from Psycho Pass to work on it. And one of the designers for Azure Lane to work on it as well. So it looks like a sort of a mashup of those two teams will be working on it. So very interesting.
Okay.
Also worth noting that Tensho was an animator on very important Key Animation on the final episode of Shattered Angels. Yes.
Which is still on my list to watch.
You haven't seen Shattered Angels?
No, I have not.
Oh.
I actually have that in my note function in my phone that every time I pull something up, it's Shattered Angels. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I gotta watch that.
Mm-hmm. It's an experience. So yeah, so that's coming. Cool. Looking forward to it.
Yay! More anime.
More anime. Also more manga. The first and 29th volumes of My Hero Academia manga and the first volume of Demon Slayer hit the New York Times monthly graphic books and manga bestseller list from early October. The 29th volume of Academia was at number 2. First volume of Academia at number 6. And first volume of Demon Slayer at number 11. So good for them.
When did the New York Times start adding that in? Has it
quite
been
a
a
while
long
ago.
time and I've just not noticed?
Yeah, it's been around.
Okay.
Actually, I take that back. October 2019.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay, so it is relatively
Yeah,
recent. Okay.
I thought it had been around longer than that. That is my mistake.
Well, to say I'm glad to see that is something that they're tracking. Good.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a big bonus.
More information. Absolutely. Speaking of Demon Slayer, Funimation is going to began streaming 2 Demon Slayer anime specials a couple of days ago, back on Thursday. They're basically recompilations of some of the arcs in the anime with some new footage added.
Okay.
So to bridge the gap between like the movies and the new things coming on, these recompilation films were made. They made a total of 5 special, which aired on 5 separate nights on Fuji TV back in September.
Wow.
Because people need more Demon Slayer.
If Mugen Train taught us nothing.
Exactly, absolutely. One of them actually aired in theaters in a limited screening run way back in March of 2019. So they're streamed both in Japanese and in English dubs, Japanese dubs,
Nice.
if you're interested in that. So those are available now on Funimation if you're interested in that.
Cool.
Yeah. Little worrying, Maya Sakamoto announced she's stepping down from her role in her next stage musical due to health reasons.
Yeah, I heard that.
Going to be a title character in the musical. She'd already delayed a stage reading of a short story from last December to March due to poor physical health. Don't know exactly what's going on there. If you're curious, she was Hitomi in Vision of Escaflowne, Mari Illustrious Makanami in Rebuild of Evangelion, Haruhi in Oran, CL in Black Butler, Shinobu in the Monogatari series, Merlin Seven Deadly Sins, Shiki Ryogi in Garden of Sinners, and Ruler in Fate Apocrypha. Yeah. One of the big voice actresses out there. So hope she's doing well. Hope she can recover.
Yeah, I hope it's something that just rest and relaxation can restore.
Yeah, exactly. And
not something more serious.
here's hoping. And then finally, Crunchyroll added the Demon Slayer film.
Yep.
So you can go there to watch the demon. That's all I got, folks. Like that's the level of the news this week.
Lots of good news concerning health issue.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's a good news week.
Exactly.
You know,
Yes.
there's not anybody reported, beloved mangaka has passed away.
Right.
Something
Exactly.
terrible has happened, or the crash in the anime market, or hey, I'll take good news.
Yeah.
I'll take good news along the way.
Exactly. I'm actually scrolling back through the news items to see if anything jumps out. Right Stuff did reach their pre-order goal for Aria. Is it Aria in Masterpiece? The Aria manga.
They are okay.
I think it's Aria
I've seen
manga
one
in
episode
Masterpiece.
of the Aria.
Yeah, the anime. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where again, they will basically release this. It will be made available, and they're done.
Done.
It's not going to be a big release out. It's a reprint of all 7 volumes. Aria the Masterpiece, special collector's edition of the original manga.
Okay.
It'll be the final run to their point. And their condition for reprints was that each volume needed to receive 900 pre-orders, which happened. More pre-orders available for the next couple of days. So if you want it, jump on that so you can get more of those. Estimated release of May 31st. Anything else interesting?
I'm still waiting for more news about what is going on with Funimation, Crunchyroll, and Sony.
Yeah, I hear that.
Because the Jobless Reincarnation, it was on Crunchyroll the first season. The second season is only on Funimation.
Interesting.
So it's
Yeah.
like, hi, you guys are the same company now, basically.
Yeah.